Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we are talking about the Anaheim Ducks and how they were unsurprisingly eliminated. I know I'm a few days late to this. I'm an idiot. I know I should be better, but here we are. So the Anaheim Ducks have been eliminated, unsurprisingly, from playoff contention, which is not a surprise. They've been bad the entire year. No one expected them to be that good, but I did have hopes. I did think that they were going to be maybe the sixth place team in the Pacific Division, maybe 10 points out of a wild card spot, but they were 20 points behind, in front of last place. So I thought they would be kind of not in the mix, but just outside, maybe in 22nd in the league or something like that. I don't know. I thought they might be somewhere near the run, but they were not even close. They've been at the bottom of the league the entire year. But here's the thing. Friends. It's okay. It is okay that the Anaheim Ducks are here because they have a very bright future ahead of them, and the Young Bucks are flourishing. Get it? If you're blind, you don't get it. But the Young Bucks are flourishing on this team. Of course, we know Trevor Zegras, the freaking superstar, the stud that this kid is. 22 goals this year. At this point of writing this, 58 points. So far into this season, the young man, we all know he's a freaking superstar. He's a legend already, an icon already. I mean, regardless of anything, you might not be an icon in the true play of hockey. Heck, no, he is an icon of the way you play hockey. He's redesigning how people play hockey, really, and how they view it. So Zegras, however you want to put it, he's already in my eyes, an icon. He's already a TikTok star. I mean, if you wanted to point to someone, all those TikToks on YouTube, of people from home doing their own little flips and tricks with the puck. I mean, it stems from him. So Zegras already an icon. Doing great this season. 2 years in a row, he's gotten to 20 goals, I believe, and 58 points. So pretty good for him, and the season's not even over. Troy Terry, I do think he's taking a step back this year, but 20 goals, 53 assists, not bad for him. I believe he's 24, 23. I should know this, but I, for some reason, don't right now. And so last year he was being a superstar. This year is continuing that. And Mason McTavish, the new guy to the team. Mason McTavish, I said that I thought he was going to be a good part of this team, was actually better than I thought he was going to be. 41 points this year. He's in the Calder race. He's second in points behind Matty Beniers. However, Beniers is probably going to come away with the Calder. But still, what a fantastic year this guy's been having. 16 goals and 41 points on this bad of a team. If Matty Beniers, if they switch places, I would like to know which one to actually be leading rookies in points, because McTavish with the Anaheim Ducks at 41 points, 16 goals, is pretty fantastic. So, these young guys, and unfortunately, Jamie Drysdale, he did play 8 games this year, but he got no points out of it, but he was injured and hasn't been able to continue. But the young guys are flourishing. But the problem, which I kind of just alluded to there, is that these 3 guys on the board are all forwards, right? And that is not very good for the Anaheim Ducks. All of them are forwards because the reason this team sucks is defense. Their defense is absolutely terrible. Fantastically terrible how bad this defense is. They are the worst in the entire league when it comes to getting scored on. 32nd in the league with 283. And their goals for is 183, at least the time of recording this, is 183, which makes them have the differential of minus 100 flat. So, there you go. Worst differential in the league. Most goals scored on. So defense is clearly the problem, the issue. And by the way, goals for 29th with 183. So scoring goals, also a huge problem. Basically, this entire team sucks, right? The young guys are growing, but everything other than those guys is pretty dark. John Gibson's pretty okay, but he still gets scored on a lot, and he still gets to put up impressive numbers. But one thing that is nuts is that, once again, as I said, time of this recording, by the time you might see, my videos usually, I don't want to say explode, but in my vacuum of my channel, they always explode a few days after being posted. So at the time of recording this, they have 4.0 goals against for games played. They literally have, just going off the average number, scored on 4 times per game. That is the average. That is freaking nuts that a team can actually get scored on for the average 4 goals against per game. That is ludicrous how nuts that is. So defense is obviously the hugest issue for the Anaheim Ducks here, but these defensive problems, they might be problems this year. They might not be answered until next year, or not even the year after that. Of course, guys like Drysdale are coming up, but they have some decent prospects defensively coming up in the years to come. So guys like Zellweger, did I say that already? Owen Zellweger coming up. Drysdale is going to probably be back in the lineup coming up next season, probably have a better role, and is grown still. Fowler's still on the team. He's not the best defenseman, but he's still pretty good to team up, especially with one of these young guys coming up. I don't know how to say some of their names, like Mutinov, something like that. So they have some defensive guys coming up the ranks that will be joining the team and be fixing the big problem for this team defensively. I mean, obviously, offensively, they still need some help, but that is going to be coming in due time, especially with these guys coming up, and Anaheim especially. And the good thing is for them as well is the Anaheim Ducks, they're going to get a good draft pick this year, and they already have some decent guys. So they have John Gibson in net. They have Owen Zellweger, and Drysdale joining the lineup, as well as a few other guys. And offensively, they still have those three top guys on the board here, but they've got some decent guys coming up the lineup as well. So these problems will be solved in the years to come. But it's only going to get better because this year they're going to get a pretty good draft pick. So they're bad this year, and kind of the same deal with the Columbus Blue Jackets, how they're awful. They got a lot of young stars coming up as well. They're going to get a fantastic, even better pick than these guys, and they've got even more young prospects coming up and kind of in the lineup and developing now. So the Anaheim Ducks, this is pretty good that they actually are here this year, which is nuts. But it is pretty good for them because their guys are growing, their young guys are growing, their holes are going to be filled next year, and they're not going to be good next year. Next year's not going to be a huge turnaround like the Seattle Kraken did this year. It's not going to be that type of story, but they will have some of those answers solved, and I say in 2 years, they should be at least competing in the mix. Some teams especially, maybe a team like Seattle might start falling off because I don't really know how good their team is long-term wise. Maybe a team like the Vegas Golden Knights start to fall apart, and they might be able to slide into those spots in the next 2-3 years to come. So that is all I have. That's all I have to say for now. So thank you for watching this. If you somehow enjoyed this video, please feel free to pick up your free subscription down below, or by hitting that red subscribe button. We're at 134 right now, so let's get up to 200. And if you do that, then you're a fantastic person. You are a fabulously fantastic person. And until next time, I've been your Young Bucks host, dressed Owen. Too sweet. And ta-ta for now.